guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is gonna be a story time of okay, I have 3 dogs and I don't know, I should do 3, yeah, I think I'll do 3 different videos, but today's video is gonna be on maybe 2 videos because the first one isn't that interesting. Basically, Princess, my uncle brought her home. They had found her on the streets and nobody claimed her, so we got her. But today's story time is going to be of when I got Mia, my blue-nosed Pitbull. It's pretty funny. It's a pretty funny story, actually. That's why I wanted to share it with you guys. And if you like it, then I'll tell you how I got my other dog, the one that came before her. But let's just jump right into the video. Okay, so Mia came to be with us because my James was driving. He was working as a tow truck driver at that time with a company that he doesn't work with right now, but he saw a sign on the back of this car and it said that it just said that they were selling blue-nosed pit bulls and to call this number. So he took a picture of that and he sent it to me and he was like, "Look, they're selling blue-nosed pit bulls, baby." And I was like, "Oh really?" Like, whatever. I didn't really think much of it. I was like, "Okay." And he's like, "Should I call them?" And I was like, "Why would you call them?" Like, "No, that's fine. Don't call them." And he was like, "Come on, like, we can just go check them out and just go see how cute they are." Like, and because it was puppies, so I was like, "Okay, yeah, sure. I love dogs. Might as well, yeah, like, we can go check them out. We're not gonna buy any, but we can go check them out." So we go and we look at these dogs and okay, let me backtrack. Okay, so he calls this guy. And this guy gives us his address, and he's like, "You can come check them out here in my house. We have, I think they had like 8 dogs." And I was like, "Okay, if James is coming with, I guess we can go check him out." And we go to this guy's house, and he has the mom and the dad. He owned both of them. And the dogs, they were so sweet. They were so friendly. Like, the dad dog came up to us and he like tried to lick us and everything. The mom dog did too. But the mom dog went more towards James, whereas the male dog was trying to get on me and like look at me. And they were super sweet dogs. And I was like, "Oh, that's really nice." The mom and the dad, they're pretty chill. And so we go into this guy's house, and thinking back on it now, I'm like, why the hell did we go and look at this guy's house? But we go to this guy's house and he tells us the dogs are in the basement. So we go down to the basement with this stranger that we've never met before. And thinking back at it now, I'm like, why the fuck did we go down to this stranger's basement? Like, what if he was gonna rob us? What if he was gonna kidnap us? What if he was gonna sell our organs or something? Like, we don't know. But no, we didn't think about that at that moment. We went down to the basement to go check out these dogs, and thankfully nothing happened. I'm still here. We go down to this basement, and he has a really big cage, probably that fits a Great Dane, and all the puppies are down there. They're separated from the mom so that they can get them sold. And I think the dogs were about 3 weeks old when we went to go check them out. And so we just go down there and we sit down there and we're looking in the cage and we're just asking him questions about the dogs, like how many there are, how many are sold, how many are left. He tells us that he's leaving to California. He can't take all these dogs with him, and that he's taking the mom and dad, but he can't take all the puppies with him, that he had 3 puppies left to sell, and all the other ones were pending pickup already. And I was like, okay, that's nice. And he takes out the biggest one. He was so cute. He was spotted black and white, and he was adorable. He was the same age as Mia. All the dogs were the same age. And he was the biggest one of the litter. He was huge already. He was like this big already. Whereas in Mia, I like looked inside the cage and I was like, "Oh, I want to see that one all the way in the back." And she was on top of 2 other ones of her siblings. And so he takes her out. And she was the smallest one. The brother was this big, but she was like this tiny. She was the smallest little puppy ever. And I honestly fell in love with her. I was just thinking, oh my gosh, she's so cute. She's just so sweet. And she was actually kind of scared when she first came out. We put her on the floor, and as soon as we put her on the floor in front of us to try and pet her, she kept trying to walk back into the cage, and then the guy would grab her again and put her back with us, and then she would try to go back into the cage again. But we were like, okay, she's attached to the dogs. But I was like, okay, this was nice. And I asked him how much they were asking for the dogs, and he wanted $1,000. And I was like, oh god, that's way too much. And he was like, okay, well, I just really need to get rid of these dogs because I really can't take them with me. So like, how much are you offering for them? And I was like, the most I would pay for her, the most that I have, not that she wasn't worth it, but the amount that I have right now to give for the dog would be $250. And he was like, man, that's really low, but I'll take it. I need to get rid of the dog, so I'll take it. And I was like, okay, that's great, but I don't know. Like, my mom is going to be really mad if she finds out that we got a dog. So I was like, I don't know. I don't think so. We'll think about it. So we left. And then James was like, come on, babe, let's get her. And I was like, my mom is going to be really pissed that we come home with another dog. Like, we already have 2 at the house, so we bring another one. She's going to be really mad. So I said no because my mom was going to be mad. And I went to work that night. And James had dropped me off at work because I didn't want to drive. And when he came to pick me up, he came 30 minutes earlier before I had to get off because I was a store manager there at the store that I was working at, and I had to stay later to count the money and close the store and everything. Come here, Mia. Mia, come here. Come up here, Mia. Anyway, so he comes to pick me up 30 minutes early, and I see something in his jacket, and I was like, what is that? And he's like, surprise. And he takes out this tiny little puppy, and I was like, oh my god, she's so cute. Like, I can't resist. And I'm just thinking, oh my god, my mom's gonna be so mad. And so we go home that night. We come home, and my dad comes out of the room right away, and he's like, what is that? Oh no, you can't keep that dog. You take it back to where it came from. And my mom comes out, she's like, what are you guys talking about? And she sees me, and she's like, take that back to where it came from. And I had been thinking about something to tell them when I came home, and the first thing that came to my mind was like, Mom, I can't take her back to where she came from because we found her in the trash can. And my mom was like, well, take her back to the trash can. We already have 2 dogs. We can't take care of another one. And I was like, Mom, no, we can't take her back to the trash can. That's so mean. Like, what's going to happen to her in the trash can? She's going to die. And she's like, I don't care. Take her back to the trash can. And I was like, no, Mom. Like, I will try and finding her a home. So she's like, okay, well, you better find her a home quick. And, well, we pretended that we were finding her a home. And every day after that, she was asking me, when are you going to take her back to the trash can? Hasn't anybody asked about her? Is anybody going to come pick her up? And blah, blah, blah. And we didn't tell her she was a pit bull because my mom was scared of pit bulls. Ever since I was little, I've always wanted a pit bull. I would see people walking around with them, and I was like, I want one of those dogs. And she would be like, no, those dogs they're mean. Once they grow older, they attack their owners, and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, well, I don't think that's true, but like, I was going to fight with my mom when I was a child. But so whenever we got Mia, I was like, okay, we can't tell her it's a pit bull because then she really will tell us to take her to the trash. And we just let her believe that she was just, I don't know what kind of dog she was. So she wasn't scared of it, scared of her. And then once she grew older and everybody else saw that she had a big head, they were like, that's a pit bull. And my mom was like, no, it's not, Marilyn, it's that pit bull. And I was like, well, now that she's been with us for 3 years, yeah, she's a pit bull. She's a blue-nosed pit bull, purebred, and everything. And my mom was like, oh, well, she's such a sweet dog, and she learns tricks really quickly and everything, and she's such a sweet dog. But 3 years went by, and, well, 3 years, here she is, 3 years. Come here, Mia. Come here. Mia, come here. Come here, baby. Come here. 3 years later, she's still here. We're still finding her a home. Just kidding. We're not finding her a home anymore. But 3 years went by since we were looking for a home, and everybody loves her now. She's the sweetest dog. She learns tricks really quickly. She's such a people pleaser, and she just wants to love everybody, and she thinks she's a puppy still. When she was tiny, she would lay on our necks. And now that she's older, she tries to still lay on our necks, but she doesn't understand that. She's too happy for that. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video about this little tiny thing right here that's not so tiny anymore and how she came to be with us. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.